And crime and violence must stop.
Hey man, happy Tuesday people, happy Tuesday, blessed Tuesday, thanks for tuning back again. You don't know it's morning in Solomon, bless upon yourself and happy to be here again. You understand? You don't know, they have to talk about, some stuff you don't know about reggaeboyz football, a few more days from now, they will chip into the regular segment, their international date is coming up, but you don't know, it's Tuesday people, hope everybody, is having a wonderful day, hope everybody's having a beautiful day, anywhere you want to put it, you understand? Good day to everybody. You don't know. Remember, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. That's all I'm asking for. Please, like up the video and also subscribe if you like the content as well. You understand? But I'm going to talk about strictly local stuff. Young reggaeboy players. The game that played. In the Jamaican Premier League fixture last night, the Monday night fixture, Arnett versus Cavalier. I have picked up a few interested, topics, a few interested points, yeah. And, talk about Richard King, Warner Brown, you don't know, but it's all about, that one little moment that happened in the game. I think it happened in between the 4th and the 7th minute of the game where both commentator we're talking about Richard King, and I'm going to get into that as well, but right after this we will come and I will chop it up right and fine. This is like a mystery story, a lot of reggaeboyz fans, out there, a lot of people that, really curious around Richard King future. We've seen him link with, a lot of, overseas clubs. We know the transfer and everything that happened with him, further up north by the Arctic, the Arctic Circle, as you say, in Iceland or Finland, whichever it is, I don't remember, but you don't know, it's up by the Arctic Pole, up by the north, where this is the most northern section of the world that you can ever go. But the commentators, have said something about, Richard King, and it seems like, this little mystery story, it seems like it will really get solved in a few months from now, but this is what the commentators has to say around Richard King.
King preparing to take the set piece.
How long is he going to be here in the Jamaica Premier League, Richard King?
How many more months are left in this league this season? Has a new agent as well. Recently switched his agent, Richard King, so that's usually indicative of a big move coming soon. Has gone over to GGSM under the reign of one Brad Gilling. So
so Donald Oliver and I think Liga, both, sportsman commentator had that to say about, young Richard King, who once, I guess I'm going after what they said that, he switched agency. I think he said the GGSM, agent, and by saying that he switched to that agency, he was with this previous agency, the Player Loans Football Agency, that's like a UK based agency, with Solly Marsh, Shaquan Davis is at that agency as well, doing Atkinson, his teammate, and I think Jamai Topi, I think, for a couple of JPL player, is represented by that agent as well. So I don't know. Is it that, that UK based agent, it's like they're doing their job, or, you just decide like, look, this is a better opportunity for me, to switch agency. And I guess that's why, Richard King was linking with the likes of Rangers, the likes of Aston Villa, the likes of West Ham. Agents know how to get in the papers, know how to get into the media, to put stuff out there, so the players can get on the market as well. A little bit of marketing as well, but maybe that's why Richard King was linking. But look, we know Richard King is a wonderful player, and his future agent, allegedly to the Sportsmax commentators, more I'm going after, and when I look it up, it's more of that agent that they're saying that Richard King recently switched to. They're giving me more of Arabic players on their social media page, so I'm just saying it that Is it that, maybe that move to Europe at 23, is more of a thing that it's kind of uncertain at this moment, or is it that he's looking on the Far East, to get that transfer? I don't know. I'm just saying that, the agency that I saw and what I've heard from the sportsman commentator that he switched to, they more representing Arabic players. So that tells a lot. But we know, the quality that Richard King really possesses. We know how good of a young player he is. We soon can say, Richard King is a young player. He's 23. He will be 24. You will say the start of next season in the European League standard of how, when those leagues start. I think in November he will be 24. So he will be 24 this year. So his age, is not, getting smaller. His age, is getting more and more. So you could see that he's getting older as the day goes by. And clubs in Europe are more looking at the shop value and what they can resell about, what they can gain after, you play for their club for 3 to 5 years. It's all about that. And if he goes to a club in Europe and stay there for 2 to 3 years, what will be is revalue back, so that club can actually earn. Football is actually, it's a business. So leave your thoughts down there in the comment section and let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think as well. This is what I heard this is what I heard on Richard King about just recently switching agency from, he was at the Player Lounge Football Agency. Now, as according to the sportsman's commentators, he's with his new agency. I think it's GGSM. I understand? So that's what I have to say around Richard King. And guess what? It's time for JPL in 5. Yeah, the 2 big games that played yesterday. Yeah, the Monday night fixture at Anthony Spartan Sports Complex. Waterhouse take on Chapelton Maroon, and also Arnett take on Cavalier Football Club. So I will get into it right after this. Thanks for coming back again, man. It's JPL in 5. It's JPL in 5. I want to start at first. I know Arnett Garden is a game that played, last, yesterday Monday night fixture, in the Jamaican Premier League. I want to start on that game first, and the game, it ended 2-2. Arnett Garden, took the lead twice in the game. Cavalier, came back twice to equalize, Dwayne Atkinson with some magical moment in that game. But Cavalier, I think Cavalier was just, Arnett Garden just gave up 2 easy goals, defensive errors, if you ask me. I think it's Joel Jones that the second goal, and I think Shane Watson, fall for that penalty kick, and Dwayne Atkinson with a penalty, but I must say, that first 45 minutes of that game, Arnett Garden was all over Cavalier. Yeah, I think that's one of the best first half football I have ever seen the Junglers played against a top team in the Jamaican Premier League this season. The first half, when you look at Arnett Garden, especially in that first half, the intensity, and the willingness and how the running, the effort that Arnett Garden was putting in, just was that little 2, those 2 defensive errors, I think, just caused the game for Arnett Garden. But they have done everything in that first half to win that game, and you will say, Arnett Garden was such a brilliant team in that first half. If they can play and add to that first half, and bring that first half into the playoff games, I think they will be a very, very hard team to stop. But when Arnett Garden team is running like that in that first half, it's just hard to contain. But Fabian Reed just can't stop scoring. Warner Brown, 20 goals in our competition, for club and country, 19 goals in the Jamaican Premier League season. He's such a fantastic player. I'm going to talk about him really soon. But Fabian Reed, I have said this, with the caliber, of players that Arnett Garden have and the experience of Fabian Reed, if he cannot get it right into the playoff, if he cannot get his headspace and rally those troops on, I think, they will be out, after playoff real soon. But Cavalier Football Club, they showed, fight. They showed off a true champion. They are, they showed a little bit of experience. But I think the second half, they played a different style of football. I think they closed down, the gaps where Arnett was having a lot more fun in. And you have to give Rudolph Speed a lot of credit. He saw what Cavalier wasn't doing, and the second half, they matched Arnett Garden with their intensity. And matching Arnett Garden in that second half with their intensity, they fall right off, and they have created the better opportunity Cavalier. And I think if Cavalier took the opportunity in that second half, they would have easily go on to win that game, either 3-2 or 4-2. But it was a brilliant game of a football. It was a very good game for the neutrals. But Arnett Garden coach Xavier Gilbert wasn't pleased. Rudolph Speed, he was a little bit pleased to get back into the game twice. But it's a good game of football. But Warner Brown though, I have to say this, man, he's a very, very good striker. And this DNA, with Warner Brown, this DNA of the market where you having less and less quality strikers in the market. And for someone that played in Slovenia, for someone that who played in Slovenia, played a little bit of football in the US, I think with him, with the same agency of Shaman Nicholson, Cephas, Kaheem Parrish, so many of those players, Kenry Campbell, some of those players are in the far east of Europe. It's the same agency. He went the same place where a lot of those players, have gathered a lot of education, developed their football in Europe. And I must say, really soon this player will be out of the country. Yes, let me say that again. Warner Brown will be out of the country real soon. And how he's playing, I think every coach is looking for a striker like him, and you're looking for a striker but have a real value, someone that can resell, and the club can really make back what they have paid for him in the first. So it's not just his quality, it's the business side of it. I think he will fit a lot of top club coach, technical director profile. Very young, quick. He can strike the ball, he can head the ball. He's just a fox in the box. And if you look at it, his game is developing game by game. His game is getting better and better. If you look at the first half of the game in 2024, it was a lot wasteful. You have missed a lot of opportunities. So that's 11 goals he scored in 2025. So he's more prolific. He's getting better and better the more you watch him, and you only need like 1-2 opportunities to score, and that's what a striker need to do. But with good marketing, with good agency, and managing and highlight his profile, but him doing the job on the pitch, he will be out of the country really soon, trust me. But he's one to watch. I think he's the one that actually opened the doors at this moment for the JPL players, because even when you look at Dwayne Atkinson, a Richard King, a John Mara Calvin, just look at like around 5 to 6 players at Cavalier Football Club right now that deserve to be out of the country. King, Atkinson, Calvin, Stein, you would say probably young Adrian Reed, Ian Zurich. There are so many players, and Busy Campbell have a wonderful game. But let me just highlight this. Look at this beautiful pass that Dwayne Atkinson made in that game last night versus Arnett Garden.
Oh my
what
goodness.
a ball that is! Jamara Calvin with pace. Can he set up Atkinson? Or that was Richter's. Richter's trying to get on the end of that one at the back post.
Donald, how good is Dwayne Atkinson at football? What a pass!
Yeah.
That is absurd technique to find Jalmara Calvin, who did the right thing on his weaker right side. Oh my goodness, outside of the boot, 40-yard ping right into the path of Cavalier's top scorer and Richter's.
So this goes on to show a lot of some hypocrite people out there that look, the talent that they in Jamaica. These players just only need a chance. These players just only need the right and proper preparation, you know, the right training, the right development, and the proper, you know, you would say proper grooming, and give them the right education in terms of getting the knowledge of the football, and they can go a far way. There's talent in Jamaican Premier League. It's how you pick those talent. If you have an eye for talent, you will see those talent every day. And I must say, Warner Brown scored 2 goals last season, and now he's 19 goals in the Jamaican Premier League. Scored on his debut in a competitive game for the reggaeboyz. That says a lot. Yeah, players just need that moment to shine, and they will take that opportunity. But the last game of the Monday night game, you know, Waterhouse drew with Chapelton Maroon, and the other day, I don't know, man. You know, I think, you know, Waterhouse have dropped 2 massive points. You know, they dropped 2 massive points. They easily could have gone to be just 2 points behind Cavalier Football Club. You know, yet this season, I think they have played Chapelton Maroon 5 times overall head-to-head. Yeah, and the last 3 times, especially the last 3 games that they played in this season, they yet to beat Chapelton Maroon. You understand? But again, they scored, and they scored in the second half. You know, Fletcher, I think it's a penalty, and then guess what happened? They gave up yet another lead again, just like they did, you know, in match day 14 versus Racing. They took the lead, they gave up a lead. They let the team equalize, draw that game 1-1. Match day 29, they drew against Cavalier, which again they scored in the second half, yeah, and they gave up another goal through that game. What happened just a few match days ago, you know, at Cavalier Garden Football Club, at their field, at the railway field, they scored and they lead in the game in the second half of the gameplay, and they go on to lose that game versus Tivoli 3-2. So they managed to get in leads in second half in those 3 games, but not managed to walk away with full 3 points. And then again, this game that they played last night versus Chapelton Maroon, leading in the second half, managed to give up another goal and draw that game. But I must say, this is a most creditable point for Chapelton Maroon. You know, they were locked on, I think 3 teams were on 29 points. I think the 13, you know, the 12, and I think 13, 12 and 11 position were on 29 points. And with this draw from Chapelton Maroon, I think, you know, this bring them up to 30, just 1 point above the drop. But I think they picked their moment in this game. I think Waterhouse just allowed them to play the football and allow them to have their own in moments in the game, and that's what really hurt, you know, Waterhouse in this fiction. But I think Waterhouse was a very good team in this game, but it was just unlucky. They just didn't take the opportunity. They gave up, you know, responsibilities in around games, in around the moments where Chapelton Maroon, you know, Demar Deacon was excellent, and they just took the opportunity and hurt this Waterhouse team by, and it happened with a defensive play. It was an error in the back for Waterhouse. But that's it, man. That's it for the video. That's it for JPL 5. That's it for Warner Brown. That's it for Richard King. Leave your thoughts down there in the comment section and let me know what you guys think about Richard King switching agency, which I know switching agency, yeah, it's only leading to another thing. Yeah, you're looking for a better move, or that agent is not doing their job. So a bigger agent call for, you know, bigger transfer deals, you know. So let me know what you guys think. You know, this is Nicardo Media House with the Morning Insider. Bless up on yourself. See you guys tomorrow, Wednesday. I'm out. Salute.